All right, I have about 10 minutes left on this camera, and I think this camera will turn itself off after 10 minutes when all the footage is full. When the tank is full, I think the camera turns itself off. This is a full Gatorade. I just opened it up, and I'll have you know that in my stockpile of Gatorade and Powerade in the basement, that is the last blue one. So it's time to shake off the blues and move along. I talk about colors quite a bit in my writings and teachings. And February definitely is a blue month. But I'm ready to move on up and beyond. I got my watch here. I'm going to set a 10-minute timer just so I know how long I've been going. I'm going to start my stopwatch as well to keep track of how long I jump rope. I try to take a swig of Gatorade every 10 or 15 minutes or so to make sure I don't get dehydrated. Normally, I would have a movie going on this TV, but right now, all we got is the man in the mirror, and he's looking kind of like he's just been working out a lot today. Into the Wild's a rated R movie, and there's a good chance that children could watch these videos sometime down the road, and I don't want Alexander Supertramp to be dropping F-bombs while I'm jumping rope. That's just not appropriate. I'm mature enough to handle such things. People that jump rope in their garage are oftentimes very, very mature. One of the best ways for me to fight the blues, other than to drink blue Gatorade or Powerade, is to exercise. And, I know little girls have a habit of jumping a lot of rope, but so do I. I remember back when I was a young man in elementary school, one class in physical education, we had jump rope. And they handed us all those little beaded jump ropes, the plastic ones with the ropes and the little, I don't know, plastic cylinders up and down the rope. And they said, here you go, try jumping rope. And boy, let me tell you, you know how like a fish takes to water or a duck takes to water? I did not take the jumping rope. I sucked. I don't know if we got graded, but we got graded on doing tricks and fancy stuff, and man, did I fail. Did I fail miserably. But sometime later on down the road in college, I revisited the jump rope and said, you know what? It's time for me to kick the demon and pick up that jump rope and learn to jump rope. So that's what I did. I jump rope, whew, I would say at least 4 hours, if not more, a week. And that kind of is a lot of time to devote to something. I mean, there are a lot of people that would love to have 4 extra hours a week, let me tell you, to watch their TV or to play with their kids, or I don't know, go to the casino, go fishing on the boat. But I've decided that exercise is one of the most important things in my life. I think it keeps me on the even keel. Now my friend Miss Popsicle Paws, someday she's going to get me on the orange couch and start examining what's going on inside this head. And someday she's going to be able to prescribe pills. My guess is she'll probably have a list as long as a grocery list for me to take to cure all my disorders. But I found that exercise seems to work the best. It really does. It keeps me on an even keel. Now, what do I do while I'm exercising besides bouncing up and down? I do a lot of writing when I jump rope. I know that seems kind of hard to do. It's very hard to use a pen or use a pencil or a laptop while bouncing up and down for hours and hours on end. But I found when my heart is beating really fast and my adrenaline's going, great ideas like flood through my mind, just like the blood is flooding through my muscles right now. So a lot of my greatest ideas for my stories for my poems, for my plays, for my videos, come while I'm jumping rope each day. Now I've noticed since I've started watching movies in the garage while jumping rope, that kind of helps and it kind of doesn't. When you have nothing but your own thoughts, you know, to guide you, you tend to think up, I think, more original stuff. When I watch this movie, of course I start thinking about Grandpa Bob and Alaska. So using that movie kind of directs my thoughts. However, right now, I'm kind of on my own. My thoughts, and you're probably saying, yeah, that's very obvious. But being a writer is better than being a speaker because you have the backspace key. And I don't know how many times I've said this. When I write down something on the screen, and it looks stupid or it doesn't look right, you know, I can just hit the delete button, use the backspace, use the mouse to cut and paste and delete. When you're a public speaker, you really don't have that option. Once the words are out of your mouth and into the ears of everybody else, that's it. It's done. It's kind of like, you know, once you shoot an arrow from a bow and arrow, you have no control over what happens after the arrow leaves the bow. So I need practice. I need practice speaking, and that's why I think I have decided to go with the video journal instead of the writing journal. Having words written down on paper mean a lot. I mean, in a court of law, they use the term get it in writing all the time. And I put a lot of stuff in writing. But I think that having these videos means a lot too, because the truth might be in the words, but the truth is also in my eyes and in my words and in my tone of voice. So halfway through February, is this video diary project a good idea or a bad idea? I wouldn't say good or bad or really relevant. It's just an idea. And for good or bad, I'm going to keep doing it. It seems like the right thing to do each and every day. And I guess, going back to Miss Popsicle Paws and her therapy, it'll be a good timeline as to the status of my mental, spiritual, and emotional health. I mean, I got a lot of stuff on the docket right now. If I was sitting on the orange couch under the care of a therapist, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I could talk about my family and their health. I could talk about my job and how fear is just tearing apart the workplace. Like I've talked so many times about how there's just room for only love or fear in the human heart. Well, holy cow, there's a lot of fear out there these days. You read it everywhere. See it in the newspaper, see it on the internet, and you see it in the eyes, and you hear it in the voices of my friends and colleagues. I don't like that. I really don't. So that's on my docket. Of course, the young lady that I said goodbye to yesterday on Valentine's Day, I think I've taken care of that. I like to be a man that can take care of my own problems. I'm going to check my watch because I think I'm running out of time. How much time do I got left? 1 second. Ooh, we're down to the final seconds. But I think I've taken care of that. I'm done with the blues. I'm done with the blues. Spring is coming. My blue jump rope snapped due to the cold weather when it was 30 below. But now I got a green jump rope. And spring is coming, and I think things are going to be of a different color. And I think that my video footage is almost up.